Hi, I'm Mark from Mark My Words. On this channel, we help people fast track a comeback from a serious life setback. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. So good to have you here. Today's video is really about breaking the inertia from the heartbreaking setback of either a marriage and or business collapse. In my case, I had both happen within a matter of weeks of each other a few years ago. Now I've since rebuilt my life stronger than ever. But the truth is, I speak to a lot of people that are still in that feeling of, or in that place of being torpedoed. They've had a knockout blow. They've gone down on the canvas and they haven't yet got up. And so I speak to a lot of people that have been through a divorce or some other setback, maybe a financial setback. And the main challenges I'm hearing are I'm struggling to make ends meet financially. The feelings of loneliness and isolation are overwhelming. I feel like my whole world's caved in around me and I don't know where to start or where to begin to rebuild. Or my ex is doing my head in. Maybe you can relate to some of those, and if you can, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. Okay, so you've got a lot on your plate. What have you tried to fix it? Maybe alcohol, drugs, sex, or maybe you've thrown yourself into work 24/7, if not physically, then mentally. Or maybe you're sitting on the couch at night for hours on end with a bucket of KFC watching Netflix. I understand. I've been there. How long have you been this way? Is it working for you? And why not? Why not? What's motivated you to watch this video? You know, it's important to break that inertia, to break out of to get back up off the canvas and to rebuild your life. I'm of the firm belief, and in fact, I'm testimony to the fact that you can rebuild your life bigger and better than it ever was in the past or at any stage prior to your setback. But to get to that point, it's going to require a decision and you implementing some steps to help you fast track your comeback. And one of those steps is having someone who you can be accountable to. So having an accountability partner gives you a sense of responsibility to somebody else, where at a time when you may not feel like you're that responsible to yourself. You know, I had a season there where about 12 months in fact, where I just felt like, you know, what was the point of rebuilding? I just felt that low and that down. But then I had to eventually get myself on the track to massive recovery. And what helped was having someone I could talk to, someone I was accountable to. In my case, he was a guy called Dave. And Dave was a guy who sort of had been through some challenges himself in his life in business and had come out the other side healthy, happy and whole. And he kind of in some ways related to what I was going through. And thank God for Dave, because he was a guy who I spoke to, and just he was the sort of guy that I hadn't known that long, but through getting to know him, I felt like I could tell him pretty much anything. And in fact, I did tell him anything and everything. And he became my buddy, my accountability partner is the word I use, but he was more of a friend, a buddy, someone I could be accountable to. And he would ask me how I'm going, and he would get me to make small commitments of progress. He would ask things like, what are you planning to do in the next month to improve your situation? What are you planning to do in the next few weeks to improve your health? What are your goals for the next 6 months to begin to recover financially? And he would ask me these things just as a matter of fact, and I would answer the questions I would say things like, well, I'm going to go for a run 2 or 3 times this week. Or I would say things like, well, I've got a couple of credit card bills I still have to pay. I hope to have those paid off in 3 months' time. And give him some specific goals with dates. And he was a great one to keep me accountable to those dates and to those goals. So it was like having a coach or even a mentor, a buddy, and I was accountable to him and I felt a sense of responsibility to him. So for you may need that person in your world. And if you don't have that person in your world, can I encourage you to reach out? On the link in the descriptions panel below, I've got some resources there that you can look at and they'll help you. One of those is what I call my 10 breakthrough steps. They're the 10 steps that I took to help me completely rebuild to a point where I'm in a better place now, physically, mentally, and financially than I've ever have been. Remarried, got a little 20-month-old. So life's great now, but it took me a while to get there. And having an accountability partner certainly was a major piece in the puzzle for me. So have a look at those 10 breakthrough steps in the descriptions panel below. I think they'll help you. In fact, I know they will. Also, there's a free webinar you can check out. It's a webinar going into in detail around making a complete recovery in your life after a marriage and or financial setback. Have a look at that as well. Also, there's a link there to my inbox on my Facebook Mark My Words page. You can click on that, send me a message, tell me what your plans are, and I'll keep you accountable to those plans. Because my heart, my passion is to see you rebuild, to see you rebuild your life, to make a mighty comeback in your world, to a point where it's in a better position in all areas of your life than it was prior to your setback. You can do that. If I can do it, you can do it. But it's going to require some help, and having an accountability partner to be accountable to be honest with, and to almost feel like responsible to for progress. You'll sometimes do that more than you'll be accountable to yourself. And that's crazy. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but whatever it takes to rebuild, because your future is too important to you and to those who love you to stay down for one day longer than you should. Okay, so if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell, and check out those resources in the descriptions panel on this video just below, and I know they'll help you. So until next time, I'll see you on the next video.